We live in a world full of dark triad, trait-filled people. We live in a world full of liars, manipulators. So in today's video, we need to break down how you should maneuver and think in this society, in this world as a man. We're going to help you better understand people, better understand the society, better understand the situation that you are in, no matter what situation, unique situation that you were in your own life. So first things first, I got 3 points that I want to break down to you guys on how you should think and how you should maneuver when it comes to certain things, certain people, and certain situations. So before we get too far into the video, I want you guys to hit the like button, comment your thoughts at the end of the video. And first things first, of how you should think as a man. All things are possible. Now, this insight could go a couple ways. All things are possible, both good and bad. As a human being, we typically tend to go to the extremes. We tend to focus on the negative. I was watching the stream earlier and a guy brought up a good point. If you're trying to better yourself, if you're trying to get the results you want out of life, wouldn't you picture everything going right? Wouldn't you picture you getting those things that you want, that car, that house? Why would you focus on everything going wrong, right? You would focus on the good things. Now, that doesn't mean that you're ignorant to things going wrong, but once you focus on the good things, you can persevere quicker. You can persevere easier. When you come to those adverse situations, because you're so focused on the positive, you can withstand the rain. Now, depending on what your business is, depending on who you are, if you're a coach, depending on if you're a CEO running a business, depending on if you're an employee, there's always a crowd dynamic at stake. Typically, these are your coworkers, these are your strangers that are following you, these are people that you see in public. There's always a crowd dynamic going on, meaning that the crowd can easily root you on, but the crowd can easily boo you. Green Goblin had a really great saying on this when he was talking to Spider-Man. He said, hey, people want a hero, but what people want more than a hero is to see him fall. People build you up just to tear you down. Be aware of this dynamic. Things are going good now, but they could quickly turn on its head. And you should be aware of that the crowd can turn on you. Look at Nick Saban. This is the first time that we've seen in years where he actually got booed in a game. He's actually getting flack as a coach. See, the crowd doesn't see all the past 6 or 7 championships that he's dominated in the 2010s. They don't see that. They only see what they see right now at this time, at this present place in the season. So you guys be aware of that dynamic. Friends can turn to enemies. Friends can also be loyal and the best people in your circle. Sometimes your friends can be more loyal than your family members. Blood isn't always thicker than water. Skinfolk ain't always kinfolk. So I'm giving you guys a framework, a mindset. I'm trying to open up the possibilities and open up your awareness, because really what I'm saying in a nutshell is I need you guys to be hyper aware of your environment, about what's going on, the dynamics that are happening, because there's always something going on. And people fall when they're not aware, when they're not looking for these things, when they're not easily predictable, when they can't adapt and recognize it in that moment. So your crowd can turn against you. It could also be your best friend. Your friends could be more loyal than your family members, but they could also turn to enemies when certain things are in. Family. Family's supposed to be down for you, but sometimes your family members will quickly turn you in themselves. There's been studies on infighting within families. If you look at the Game of Thrones, the Lannisters, if you look at certain books, they examine the fact that I think the Menendez brothers actually deleted their parents just to get some access to some resources. So don't think that just because you're kidding to somebody that they will not do anything fucked up towards you, right? And I already preach enough about women. I think women is pretty much, if you watch my female nature videos, women videos, it's easily pick up. And a lot of guys on the internet talk about women too. So you guys don't have to just listen to me. You can listen to other people that specialize, certain dating coaches that specialize in that female nature as well. The next thing, you need to understand and be balanced when it comes to the concept of the saint and the sinner. I actually got this from the content creator, The Saint and the Sinner. He broke down this concept and I fully agree with it. And I think this is a way you should maneuver and think in the world. If I'm not mistaken, I think a couple of the saints have came in here because they put the PTTS, Peace to the Saints. So if you guys are watching me or if you guys watch my content, I appreciate you. Peace to the saints. So it goes like this. The saint is the person that is the good person. This is the good side of you. You help people. You motivate people. You wish people success. You see a homeless person walk down the street, you might give them some money, right? But oftentimes the saint, if you're just specifically focused on being the saint, you're naive to the fact that there's bad people in the world, which means what? Bad people see good people and they use them and take advantage of them. Goodness, they take your goodness for weakness, and you need to be aware of that. Certain people are raised a certain way and they only understand a certain way of teaching. And it's probably not going to be a saintly way, right? Now, on the sinner side, you don't want to be all the way a sinner because you're going to go overboard with being tyrannical, being controlling, being too dominating, too assertive. There's a such thing as that too. You got to know when to be good and when to put your foot down. When to be, get physical and when to be diplomatic. There's a time and a place for each one, right? It's easy just to be the saint. It's easy just to be the sinner. It's hard to be a combination at and be mad at the right person for the right intensity, for the right duration of time. Tell this person that they need some motivation, right? Be aware of that dynamic. Lastly, business-minded. You need to follow and understand business. If you understand business, how money works, you're gonna know and understand how the world works. Everything comes back down to resources when it comes to humans. Humans fight over resources. Everything, war, all different types of things stem from resources. So if you know where the resources are flowing, if you know what's going on with the economy, you can predict certain things and you can either evade them and avoid them, or you know when to set up and protect yourself. There's a saying where it goes, follow the money, right? It's going to lead you to what's really going on. A lot of people can get up on the internet and say certain things, but in reality, follow the resources, follow the money. And I just, as I conclude this video, the whole goal of this video is to help you understand the world a little bit better, help you navigate the world a little bit better. Hopefully you took one of the three things I explained and you apply it to your life. Maybe you already known about a couple of these things and maybe one thing you didn't know. No matter what it is, Take one that you find the most helpful, focus on that one, and I promise you, you're gonna focus and get better and understand the world and function and understand the world that you live in. I appreciate you guys watching to the end. You guys like, comment, subscribe, share the video if you like the video. You guys have a good day, good week. If you guys want to support the channel, all the ways you can support the channel are in the description below. I appreciate you guys watching to the end. Like I said earlier, peace.